Before this video starts, I just want to say, please subscribe, but it's your decision, so go make that decision. 1.17 was announced not too long ago, but Hypixel is still mostly in 1.8. It's up for Build Battle 1.14 games, which most people don't actually play in those. If you're playing Bed Wars in 1.12 or later, the beds are colored. And if you're in the lobbies 1.9 or later, I'm assuming, some NPCs have the glowing effect on them. That's it. 3 themes. And how many updates? Well, there's the combat update, Frostburn update, Desperation update, World of Hell update, Aquatic update, Frozen Pillage update, the Nether update, and then they just announced the Cleveland Cliffs update. So that's 8 updates. 8. And they're in 1.8.9. And 1.8.9 was released in December of 2015, and it's almost been 5 years. And Minecraft's only been around for a little over 11 years. So, what would be different if Hypixel updated? Okay, so there's 8 updates, but what did they add in those 8 updates that Hypixel could use? Well, there's a lot more blocks. Stairs and slabs for a lot of old blocks. The new color blocks that were released in 1.12. More light sources, the sea pickle, stream lights, lanterns, there's the train, there's the warped crimson and there's the warped stem and crimson stem, whatever, that they added in another update. So there's a lot more blocks. And there's also more entities. And where they can skyblock, for instance, they have way more hostile mobs to use with, like the husk, the stray, pillagers. There's a lot more, and also they probably could, if Hypixel wanted to, they could probably with fishing make it so actual fish swim, because in 1.13 they added fish, so they could make fishing like that. They could also make a whole new minigame with like the Ravengers or with goat launching. There's so many possibilities, really. And also, there's the new PvP/weapons, because we'll probably won't update to 1.9 PvP. They'll probably update to if they do update to the newer PvP, that's still a work in progress, which will then also add the ATs as longer cooldown but more damage, and the hoe as less damage but you can attack from further away. So there's those 2 new weapons. Hypixel could make the shield available, or they could just make it so you can't access shields, because not everyone likes shield PvP. There's also crossbows. That's a cool mechanic. If you have 9, you can just shoot 9 shots at once. And also tipped arrows. That was 1.9. You don't have them on Hypixel, but that could be a cool thing in Bed Wars, like arrows of slowness. But now let's think about what they could add to each game itself. So, slab block. There's, well, obviously blocks, new spawn blocks for your base. That's pretty simple. Also new entities, which would allow for new boss. There's a new boss like Ravager boss, Voter boss, any of those kinds of bosses. Beetroot, I don't think is in 1.8.9, so that would be here. And then also, new flowers. But then also some other things that you might not think of, is netherite armor, which could have as an actual armor set. Like it could be netherite armor, or those range just with leather armor, make it be entirely different armor. That's both possibilities. Yeah, so I think that's about it for Starblock. So the bit. Now this is probably one of the easy ones. Obviously new blocks for building maps, but then also you'll be able to use the new PvP mechanics, such as the hoes, the axes, the crossbows, the tipped arrows. All of that stuff would be available. Next we have Bed Wars. Now Bed Wars, once again, well, you could probably buy concrete or other new colored blocks. But then also, like, crossbows, arrows, obviously the beds would be colored, so that's already a thing when you, join, like, the native versions. The new weapons, it's done. Yeah. It's really just same thing. Next we have Star Wars, which once again, could add new blocks, netherite stuff I forgot to mention for the other ones, but yeah, netherite stuff. You could also do new weapons once again. Then the new bows, new potions. It's pretty much the same stuff that I've already mentioned for other games. Just new kits. Yeah. Now we have Murder Mystery, and this one quite simply is just new blocks. Housing is, well, on this one it's based quite simple. It's just, the blocks that you have, and then also glass panes and iron bars. In 1.8.9 they are the plus shape, and in later versions they have just the single pillar. Now with like tags and stuff, Hypixel could probably make an option that just is like old like fences and glass panes, and that is an option that Hypixel could put in like the housing menu. Besides that, in blocks there really isn't much change. I mean, there's actually the you can jump from like the not crafting table, but enchantment table jump that is you can do in like 1.9 or later. But besides that, there really is no difference. Okay, so arcade games, basically new blocks, and then they can also make like a arcade game that incorporates like Ravengers or goats or something. That arcade games I don't want to go through all of them, but like for instance, zombies, new netherite weapons and armor. Traps for the wall, same thing. Mini wall, same thing. That's pretty much all of the ones that I know. Build battle, really it's just new blocks. There really isn't much else to build battle. So next we have duels, and there's a lot of game modes, but I'm just gonna quickly sum it up. Crossbow, that's new PvP mechanics, obviously, with like the hoe, the axe, that kind of stuff, and new blocks for dual maps, I guess. It's pretty much it. Pretty simple. Next we have Tower Wars, and basically all Tower Wars would be added would be like Ravager and other hostile mobs, and new blocks for maps. UHG, well, new PvP mechanics, and obviously, I mean, if you could go to the nether, I'm not sure if you can, access to netherite. But if not, I guess 1.17, the new mountain biomes, new goats, copper ore. TNT games, TNT Boast Belief could have crossbows. The rest, just new blocks for maps. I don't think there's anything else with TNT games. Classic games would basically just be new blocks if they ever ended up making a map. Clubs and crims, I think crossbows could be used most likely. Blitz, so this is if you're ever getting bored of Walls 2, you can, play Blitz. And yeah, just new PvP mechanics and new PvP weapons. Blocks for maps, I don't even think normal PvP would apply to that, so just, yeah, new blocks for maps. I don't think I've ever even played this game, so I'm just gonna do some new PvP and blocks for maps. I've never played Warlords. So yeah, that's my thoughts on what would happen if Hypixel ever finally decided to update film a version that wasn't released 5 years ago. So yeah, basically just new blocks and PvP and new entities. I mean, that isn't much. I mean, also the crawling and swimming stuff. But yeah, it's not much. I don't know why you'd expect it to be much. It's still the same game. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you thought anything different would happen, say something in the comments. But yeah, see you all later. Bye. I should have done a webcam outro, but anyways, see you all later. Bye. Again.